village. The Persian Prince and the Dragon. Once upon a time in ancient Persia, in a land of golden deserts and lush oases, there existed a small, tranquil village named Merabad. This village, nestled between rugged mountains and flowing rivers, was a haven of peace and prosperity. Its people were known for their hospitality, craftsmanship, and dedication to the rich traditions passed down through generations. However, their idyllic life was soon shattered by the arrival of a fearsome dragon. The dragon, a colossal beast with scales as black as night and eyes that glowed like embers, descended upon Merabad without warning. It swept through the skies with terrifying speed, its massive wings casting ominous shadows over the village. The dragon's roar, a sound so dreadful it could freeze the bravest warrior in his tracks, echoed through the valleys, sending waves of fear and despair. The villagers were unprepared for such a catastrophe. Their homes were set ablaze by the dragon's fiery breath, and their crops were reduced to ashes. Livestock, the lifeblood of their agriculture, were either devoured or driven away. Panic and chaos ensued as the once vibrant community struggled to defend itself against the relentless onslaught. The elders, known for their wisdom, convened to seek a solution, but their efforts seemed futile against the might of the dragon. In this time of great despair, word of the dragon's terror spread far and wide, eventually reaching the royal palace in the heart of Persia. The king, a benevolent ruler deeply concerned for his people, was greatly troubled by the news. He knew that the only hope for Merabad lay in the hands of his youngest son, Prince Kaveh. Kaveh was not only a skilled warrior but also possessed a heart filled with compassion and an unyielding sense of justice. Prince Kaveh, upon hearing the plight of the villagers, immediately resolved to confront the dragon. He gathered his finest armor, forged from the strongest metals and enchanted by the kingdom's most powerful sorcerers. His sword, a family heirloom named Zomarodnagar, was said to be imbued with the essence of the legendary simurgh, a mythical bird known for its immense power and wisdom. As Kaveh embarked on his journey to Merabad, the villagers held on to a glimmer of hope. They prayed fervently to the gods, seeking protection and strength for the prince. The journey was perilous, with treacherous terrains and the constant threat of bandits. Yet, Kaveh's determination never wavered. He knew that the fate of an entire village rested upon his shoulders. Upon reaching Merabad, Kaveh was greeted with a scene of devastation. The village, once bustling with life, was now a desolate wasteland. Charred remnants of homes and fields painted a grim picture. The few villagers who remained huddled in fear, their eyes reflecting the hopelessness that had gripped their hearts. Kaveh's presence, however, rekindled a spark of hope among them. Kaveh wasted no time in formulating a plan. He sought out the village elder, a wise and venerable man named Darken. Darken, with his deep knowledge of ancient lore, informed Kaveh about the dragon's lair. It was hidden in a cavern deep within the mountains, a place where no mortal had ventured and returned. Darken also spoke of an ancient prophecy, one that foretold the arrival of a hero who would vanquish the beast and restore peace to the land. Armed with this knowledge, Kaveh set out towards the dragon's lair. The journey through the mountains was arduous, with steep cliffs and narrow paths that tested his resolve. Yet, the prince pressed on, driven by the cries of the villagers and the vision of a peaceful Merabad. As he approached the cavern, the air grew thick with a palpable sense of danger. The entrance to the lair was marked by the bones of countless victims, a grim reminder of the dragon's wrath. Entering the dark, foreboding cavern, Kaveh's senses were on high alert. The air was heavy with the stench of sulfur, and the sound of dripping water echoed ominously. The walls of the cavern were adorned with strange, ancient symbols that seemed to pulsate with a malevolent energy. As Kaveh ventured deeper, he finally came face to face with the dragon. The beast was even more fearsome up close. Its scales shimmered like black diamonds, and its eyes burned with an intense, fiery hatred. The dragon let out a deafening roar, shaking the very foundations of the cavern. Undeterred, Kaveh drew his sword, Zomarodnagar, its blade gleaming with an otherworldly light. The battle that ensued was a clash of titans. Kaveh fought valiantly, his movements a blur of grace and precision. He dodged the dragon's fiery breath and lethal claws with agility honed through years of training. His sword struck true, each blow weakening the beast. However, the dragon was no ordinary foe. It retaliated with ferocity, its scales proving nearly impervious to Kaveh's attacks. The prince's armor, though enchanted, could barely withstand the onslaught. Despite the overwhelming odds, Kaveh's spirit remained unbroken. He remembered the prophecy and the faith of the villagers. Summoning every ounce of his strength and courage, he launched a final, desperate assault. With a powerful leap, he plunged Zomarodnagar into the dragon's heart. The blade pierced through the beast's scales, unleashing a blinding flash of light. The dragon let out a final, earth-shattering roar before collapsing into a heap. Its lifeless body began to disintegrate, turning into ash that was carried away by a sudden gust of wind. The cavern, once a place of darkness and dread, now seemed to breathe a sigh of relief. Kaveh, though battered and bruised, stood victorious. As the prince emerged from the cavern, the villagers greeted him with cheers and tears of joy. The news of his triumph spread quickly, and soon the entire kingdom celebrated the heroism of Prince Kaveh. The village of Mehrabad, once shrouded in despair, began to rebuild. With the dragon's threat eliminated, the people could once again live in peace. Kaveh returned to the royal palace, where he was hailed as a hero. The king, proud of his son's bravery and selflessness, declared a grand feast in his honor. Kaveh, however, remained humble. He knew that his victory was not just a testament to his skill as a warrior but also to the strength and resilience of the people of Mehrabad. The legend of Prince Kaveh and the dragon became an enduring tale, passed down through generations. It served as a reminder of the power of courage and the triumph of good over evil. The village of Mehrabad flourished once more, its people forever grateful to the prince who had risked his life to save them. And so, the story of the Persian prince and the dragon lived on, a beacon of hope and inspiration in a world often beset by darkness. Kaveh's legacy, one of bravery and compassion, continued to inspire future generations, reminding them that even in the face of insurmountable odds, a hero could rise and bring light to the darkest of times.